Hello, everybody. This is Dr. Brian Dooley coming to you from beautiful today, especially Spartanburg, South Carolina, as we continue our installments of Why Doctor Whoever. This is Love's New Beginnings. And today we've got Dr., relatively new doctor, but doctor nonetheless, Billy Stetzel. And this is kind of cool because I was thinking today, the first time I met you was in, I believe it was room 30, whatever, at the end of the hall. That was Philosophy 2. When I first met you, and now you've done an amazing job as a student, and you're doing an amazing job as a chiropractor. You got a baby on the way, right?
The baby's here.
The baby's already here. So I got to go. I got to read my Facebook feed more because stuff's happening. I have no idea, but so this is cool. This is kind of cool having this conversation with you, doctor to doctor instead of doctor to student. So. Now, interestingly, while I've been a chiropractor longer than you have, you've been in chiropractic longer than I have, and you've certainly been going to New Beginnings longer than I have. So, Dr. Billy, why do you love New Beginnings?
Well, that's a great question, and thanks. Yeah, I love New Beginnings because New Beginnings really is it's family for me. I've grown up going to New Beginnings since I was, too young to walk. And, my parents have been really involved in the profession. But, the thing that I love about New Beginnings is really when I was coming to me deciding to be a chiropractor, it was because it was at New Beginnings where I was really hearing the speakers who shared their passion for what they did. It happened to be that it was chiropractic and that they were helping the people they took care of, but just the passion for what they did and why they did it, the fact that they all seemed to have the same amount of love for the patients, the people they took care of, that's what drew me to New Beginnings. And then from there, one thing I remember thinking as I was going through school is that, these people that got up and share, they're all not only they're so happy, they seem so just carefree. It's like, maybe this chiropractic thing might be easy to get into, to go through. I got into chiropractic school and was definitely shown how rigorous the coursework is. But now at this point that I'm serving patients, I get to see that really that love and that carefree feeling comes from the fact that you get up every day and every single person's life, you're making a huge change and an impact and changing the way they relate with the world around them. They experience that world around them.
Well, and this is cool because I'm pretty sure I graded your health talk, at least at Sherman. Then we worked on when you did Talk the Tick. Mm-hmm. And I was in the audience when you gave your first New Beginnings talk, I believe, when you did the new grad thingamajigger that Jim does. That it's one of the things that I love that he does. It's not just let me get the most seasoned speakers. He wants anybody with a heart for chiropractic to speak about it. And so now you're going to be speaking at New Beginnings again, which is going to be wonderful. Any idea what you may be talking about? And don't say chiropractic. That's what Jim said.
Yeah, there you go. Actually, yeah, so I do know. I think that we've all experienced over the past year that, we've, as a society, have been stripped of our ability to trust our bodies. I see it in my patients come in, maybe you even had an experience going through the past year where there was a time where you're like, oh my gosh, what is this thing that's going on? When so much fear is around, it can be easy to get sucked into it and be nervous about your own health at times. But the great part about what we do with chiropractic and what we know from our philosophy that thankfully I had a great teacher for, what we know from our
Bill Decken. Yeah, Bill Decken.
There you go. So what we do know is that our body has this innate intelligence that can take care of us, and that no matter what we're dealing with in everyday life, that it's constantly working at 100% to keep us healthy. All it needs is no interference. And having that, being armed with that message and being able to share that with patients, I think that we're in a unique place to break people out of this fear and this victimhood that's been thrust upon us over the past year. So I'm going to be talking about that, how we can take our philosophy and really break these people free of a self-imposed prison many times.
So would you agree, and I know this is a New Beginnings tenet, but I hear it sometimes as the instructor, that the philosophy it's just a history. It's part of our history, and that's why we have to learn it. What I'm hearing that you're saying is even as a new doc, you're experiencing the philosophy in real life, real time.
Yeah, yeah, and I think one important thing I learned through all of our philosophy courses was that everybody has a philosophy. I know you even talk about that Ayn Rand, and that if you don't have a philosophy, then you're just kind of a drifting drifting ship, and that you're just going to cling to anything that sounds good. Really, the importance of our philosophy is it's absolutely not a historical concept. I mean, it's the way that the world, not only the way that the world works in the living universe that we work with, but also it drives every single thing that we do, whether that is our technique, whether that's our business practices, whether that's our patient education, our decision making, and everything that we do in the office. That philosophy is vitally important, and that why drives our how and how we do things.
Well, and that's what I like about New Beginnings, because that's one of the places in the world that I can go where, while we may debate on some things and have conversation about things, we all jive with the basic same philosophy, to the point we do have that feeling of, I guess, relaxedness that you had mentioned. I mean, obviously, starting a new business, starting a new family, that might be a little stressful. But that's the beauty of what chiropractic gives us, is this opportunity to just be connected with each other and engaged in life. And for me, the connection is really, you don't find it any better than New Beginnings. I mean, I've talked with a lot of folks. They've mentioned the family, which you mentioned earlier. But what I really love is the content's always good, but it's that conversation between the seminars and afterwards, when we might go to the bar or the restaurants. It's just the free giving of knowledge and wisdom of New Beginnings, with a New Jersey accent, is what keeps bringing me back.
Yeah, I even said this. I was on a conversation with Barbara Eaton earlier in the week, and we were talking about very similar things. And it's like, every time I go to New Beginnings, not only do I feel like I meet somebody that I haven't met before that ends up being influential in not only my chiropractic career, but in my life. It's this family atmosphere, yeah. But I some of my extremely valuable relationships that I have even today they were created at New Beginnings. And I know that people who maybe haven't gone before, they haven't been able to experience that, or maybe they got into another seminar and they felt like they fell back into the woodwork, like they were just kind of there as an attendee. But really, when you do come to New Beginnings, you're not just an attendee, you're becoming part of a family, and you have people you can reach out to help you if you are struggling with something. You have other people who will just give you information to propel you forward and through what you're doing. And you're capitalizing on just this wealth of knowledge and information of people who've been in practice for a long time, practice the way that we practice. It's an awesome experience.
And what better place to experience it than the Jersey Shore?
There you go.
If you haven't been, you gotta go. The whole state doesn't look like Newark. And by the airport, it's a beautiful state. Asbury Park's gorgeous. You might see Springsteen walking around. So we are super. Thank you, Dr. Billy, for taking time out of your day. You're one of the speakers I'm looking forward to hearing, because you're one of the interesting ones for sure. But you're going to do a great talk. And listen, quite frankly, are you going to have two more handsome guys at an event? Look how good Billy looks in that beard, and look how good I look with my huge forehead. You can't have two better looking guys at an event than New Beginnings. So go ahead.
I said, you're selling me right now.
No, yeah, exactly right. www.mbchiro.com. Go ahead and register. So yeah, if this didn't get you sold, then nothing will. But we look forward to seeing everybody May 20th through 23rd, 2021, in beautiful Asbury Park, New Jersey. You can either fly into Newark or Philadelphia. It's just about the same either way, so whatever works for you. And I'm excited to show Barbara around as well, Dr. Barbara Eaton. That's her first trip to the Jersey Shore, so it'll be great to show her. We'll explain the difference between pork roll and Taylor ham, which there isn't one, but it's pork roll. Just saying, are you pork roll or Taylor ham?
Taylor ham. Sorry.
Well,
I'm North Jersey,
So I'm not looking as forward to hearing Dr. Stetzel speak. I'll listen to some of those other ones from Central and Southern Jersey, or at least I just won't eat breakfast with you. How about that?
Maybe I'll bring you down a Taylor ham, egg, and cheese. We can compare the difference in the texture.
All right, you bring a Taylor ham, egg, and cheese, and I'll bring you pork roll, egg, and cheese. It'll both be on a bagel.
Yeah.
And then we'll compare the difference. That would be a good talk, actually. So.
Yeah.
But thank you for sharing time. Congratulations on the new baby, whenever it showed up that I totally missed. So looking forward to seeing you. And we'll see you in about a month.
Sounds like a plan. Thanks for the opportunity. Happy to talk to you.
You got it, buddy. We'll see you soon.
Yep. Have a good one.
Bye.